Hey everybody, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic and a medium. Today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about your energy, and we're going to be talking about how you may be giving it away or even throwing it away, and you may not be aware of that. Today is a video of a series of videos. It's like 110 unique videos in this series, all for free, all right here on YouTube, all under my Wow playlist. That's all designed to enlighten you, to brighten your day, and to teach you some important spiritual concepts. Because, like I say, well, we didn't come with an instruction manual, right? We came down here and we're like, wait, what just happened? We don't know what is happening. Our mind was wiped, and we have to just get along as best we can. So this video series can be very helpful to you, okay? Now, so today I want to talk about something the spirit guides told me. Now, if you're new here, I'm a psychic and a medium, but I'm also a channel. And so I do a combination channel where I listen to my spirit guides give me messages, or they give me visions, messages, feelings, whatever. And I tell you in real time what they're saying. And this combination that I feel comfortable with is 60-40. 60% them, 40% me. Kind of keeps the human component in a play here, right? Because humans to humans is much easier to communicate to. I do have some videos on my channel where I am 100% not me, where I'm channeling another ascended master or entity. I prefer it this way. So, what they told me the other day was, imagine every dollar. Imagine if you were, instead of dollars, you were just giving away energy. And here's why. We pay attention. If we have $100 and that's all we have to our name, we're probably not going to give that $100 to anybody. We need to eat. We need to pay our bills. We need to take care of ourselves, right? If we have $100, we may give $1 to that person on the corner. And that's a calculated decision that we make, right? Now I have $99 to live on, and I can do that. And you make that calculated decision as an adult, right? You think, okay, I can afford to give that person $1, $5, whatever it is. Now here's the thing, here's the trick. I want you to imagine that as energy, because we just give our energy away thinking that it's an unlimited resource. With money, we know how much money we have, we know how to budget it, and we know what we can afford to give to someone else. And sometimes it's zero. Sometimes it's, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I don't have any money. I wish I could, though. And you mean it. You genuinely mean, I wish I could help you, but I can't. Right. And you know what? When I've had said that to people, they've got it. They're like, hey, man, I get it. Like, hey, I've been in your shoes, right? We're in this together. We're both broke. There's really a sense of recognition. But when it comes to energy, oh, we're making it rain energy, aren't we? We're like, everybody have some of my energy. I got plenty of energy. I have limitless energy. I'm going to give it to everybody. I'm going to give it to anybody who wants it, because it's bottomless. I am a billionaire of energy. And we both know that's not true. We both know that's not true. And this is the point the spirit guides are trying to make. If we thought of our own mental energy, our emotional energy, our physical energy, if we thought of it like money, we would be better stewards of that energy. We would understand on a new level, on a whole new playing field, that, well, if I'm thinking of my energy in dollars, how much energy do you have right now? Is your account negative? Then you probably don't have anything else to give away, and yet you're still giving it away. Is your account positive but running low? Then maybe it's a good time to conserve. Maybe it's a good time to even think about, well, what do I even do to fill up my energy? We don't even know, because we don't think about energy as anything that we really steward, that we really have control over. But this has to change, you guys, because you can't run on negative funds, be it money or energy, period. You can't. If you run on negative funds money wise, well, you end up probably without a place to live and without food to eat. If you run on negative energy, then you end up sick. You end up maybe unemployed, on disability, or sick, or depressed. And neither one of these things are things that we want to experience. And to the degree that we can not experience those, to the degree that we can keep ourselves from experiencing those, we really want to do that. We really want to claim our personal responsibility. Now, all of us, generally speaking, watching this video are adults. And there's probably been many times where you've overspent and thought, gosh, darn it, I don't know what I was thinking. I blew my budget, or no fault of my own, there's a repair that needs to happen and that blew my budget, or no fault of my own, I've lost my job or whatever. And now my budget is blown. Then we take responsibility. Then we say, okay, I've got to go get another job. Like I might have to Uber for a couple of months to get myself out of this hole because the heater went out, or because this cost, this fee popped up that I didn't know about. That's called adulting. None of us like to do it. Me, I don't like to do it. But sometimes we get thrown a curveball and we just have to step up and like take care of it. We know, we're aware, very aware that our bank account has taken a hit, actively trying to fix it. When it comes to our energy, there's no accounting services. There's no account. There's no ledger. There's no app that says, oh, Susan, your energy is dangerously low. You might want to stop pouring it out or giving it away to people, or you might want to stop doing that and add some more energy to your energy bank, like going to the gas station and refilling your car, recharging your phone, putting it on the charger. You need to take care of yourself. So it's really important, I think, right now that we understand that with all of the stresses that are happening in our world in 2025, it's almost also like the universe is like, this is a test, and the universe has its grading pencil out, or has its grading tablet out, and it's watching us. And here's the test. The test is, will they choose love? Will they choose community? Will they choose to help each other? Will they choose to help themselves? Now, we get confused when people say you should help yourself, because that starts to sound like selfishness. And that starts to sound like billionaires saying you should just pull yourself up by the bootstraps, when their bootstraps were solid gold plated. And they don't even have bootstraps. They have a butler that puts their boots on them, right? So I get it. But let me also tell you that when you're flying and the little oxygen mask drops down, they always tell you to put it on you first. Seems counterintuitive, right? Like, oh, I've got a 3-year-old sitting next to me. I'm going to put it on my 3-year-old. I'm not going to listen to you. I know what I need to do as a parent. I'm going to put that on my 3-year-old. Well, what happens is you're passed out. Your 3-year-old is, boinging the thing up and down like like a toy, and they're passed out. We have to take care of ourselves. If you don't take care of yourself, the job you're taking care of is going to go, to hell in a handbasket. Your family that you're taking care of, the same. Any parents or elderly people you're responsible for, the same. Your health, the same. Your kids, your house, your assets, be it your car, your house. The spirit guides are saying right now, your health is an asset. And this is what they're this is the whole message of this video. There's things we can look at. We can look at the app that has our bank account. We can see pretty quickly, right? Positive, negative, good, bad. We can look at our car and say, yeah, those tires are looking pretty worn, or there's a noise coming out of it that I've never heard before. Or we can look at our feet that take us to the bus station, our shoes, our clothes, and say, these shoes are not going to last another, month of me having to walk to the bus station. Those are realities. And I mean real realities that you look at and you're aware of, and it goes into your brain, into your thinking of how do I budget, right? Do I need to replace the tires, or do I need to get the oil changed, or do I need to get the school supplies for my kid? One of them gets my money. Which one is going to get it? Hard realities. But at least you're paying attention. The energy, no one pays attention to. It's invisible. But if you're low on energy, you're not going to have the clearest thinking to come up with a unique problem solving idea. You know what? I could get his grandmother to pay for the school supplies, and then I'm going to take that money and get the oil changed. But when you're just completely overrun and exhausted, you're not thinking clearly. You're not really coming up with the best solutions to deal with things. So if you will fix your energy, it will pay off in the physical world. It's almost as if your energy really does have a monetary value, because when your energy is better, it pays off in real dollars in your real life. How does it pay off? Well, for one thing, maybe you're more productive at work. And maybe you're more productive at work in the right way, and your boss gives you a raise. Or maybe because you're really feeling spicy, you go into work and you're like, I'm feeling good today. And that's when you realize that there's an opening in another department. And because you're feeling good, you put your resume in for that job. If you're trudging into work on broke down feet and a broke down car and a broke down spirit, you're not going to ever notice that job is open, because you're not aware of it. You're literally just in survival mode. You're not in let's do extra mode. So let's talk just briefly about how we fix our energy. Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not the easiest thing, because if you're watching this video, you're clearly somebody who's empathic. You're clearly somebody who tries to help people. And you might be somebody who is not aware of all the energy that they're giving away. When you're doing extra, when you're picking up your kids' clothes when they can pick up their kids' clothes, when you're doing extra at work, when really your coworker could be doing that work, or even your boss could be doing that work. Now, look, I've worked jobs. I know that you just can't walk in and tell your boss, guess what? I'm not doing this anymore because I figured out that you should be doing it. But what you can do is have a really heart-to-heart talk with yourself. Maybe take a note, pad, paper, your phone, a laptop, whatever, and make some notes. Who am I giving too much to? Where is my energy leaking? Where do I feel disrespected? Just write it down. Nobody's asking you to quit your job right now. What we're doing right now is just trying to figure out what's going on. We're in diagnosing stage. We're just figuring it out. Because I'll tell you, once you write those things down, your brain has now become aware of them. And now that your brain is aware of them, your brain is going to slowly start figuring out a way to fix it. Now, you might write that stuff down and you might be feeling spicy right now. And you might decide, I'm going to go right now and I'm going to tell my coworker, no, I'm not going to work an extra hour for you. You never work an extra hour for me. And I'm just not going to do it. You can do whatever you want to do. These are your choices. You have free will. But most of you will just write those things down and just let it be. Just let it cook. Let it simmer on your stove. It doesn't need to be dealt with right now. Then you can actually ask your spirit guides, of which we all have spirit guides. We all have a team of angels and spirit guides. You can actually ask, gosh, when I wrote this list down, I feel like this person is disrespecting me. I feel like I'm disrespecting myself. I mean, that's the base of it. The root cause is that you're disrespecting yourself. So then you could say, you know what? I want some help with this. I'm really ready to manage my energy better. I'm ready to stand up for myself. I'm ready for some boundaries. I think I'm ready for this. It's a very gentle thing. We're not burning anything down. We're simply saying, I think I'm ready for some changes, for some positive changes. And you can just walk away like that. You can just let it be. You have sent the email to the universe. Believe me, they got it. Then watch as you start seeing things pop up. Maybe a video on boundaries. Maybe a coworker comes up and says, you know what, that so and so, they're always getting me to do their work and I'm sick and tired of it. And you're going to look at them like, you too? You know what I mean? Like, you mean we're both doing this person's work? And that could be validation. That could give you courage, right? That could give you support. You're not alone in this. This person's doing it to everybody, right? Spirit will start bringing you resources in all kinds of ways, whether it's a coworker, a video, a book, something that you hear, a conversation. Sometimes when you're aware of the problem, it actually just goes away. Like all along, it just needed somebody to acknowledge it. And then once you acknowledge it, it's sort of like your subconscious says, oh, I don't really have to do anything. Like, it's good. I'm good. And how that manifests in the physical world is it's not a big deal. It's not a big confrontation, which is one thing I think a lot of us don't like. Instead of it being a big confrontation, you find yourself saying, you know what? I don't really have the extra time. I'm really kind of in over my head with this stuff. So I'd love to help you out, but I really don't have the time. And you say it in such a beginning and end, like no is a complete sentence, like I don't have time. And you're not worried. There's no energy coming off of you. It's just, it is what it is. And believe me, energy vampires read energy. So if you said that and you were, I really don't have time to help you. I wish I could, but I want to help you, but I don't have time. Okay, so that to them is you playing hard to get. That is actually enticing for them because they're like a cat that wants to play with the mouse, and now you're a mouse. But if you just internalize this energy and say, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm good. Like I don't think I need to do that anymore. I'm not feeling it. You're not thinking about it. It's not something you're worried about. It's a decision that you made. And then a day later, when this person comes up and says, hey, I need you to do this thing for me. And you go, you know what? I can't. I'm really busy right now. I'm like really focused on this. And they say, what do you mean you can't? And you say, well, I can't. I'm busy. And they're like, well, you always do it. And I said, well, I can't. I'm busy. Well, why not? Because I can't. I'm busy. I'm really busy. Can you not see that I'm busy? Like I'm super busy right now. Can't do it. They'll leave you alone because the energy that they read from you was a wall. It wasn't, please don't hurt me. Please don't be retaliatory. Please don't not like me. Please don't think that I'm selfish. It was basically like, no, I can't do that for you. There's no room there for any arguing. Okay. Now this is something that can just happen because you've worked through all the reasons why you do this to begin with. So when you wrote your list, you said, this person is draining me. And you said, why is this person draining me, or how? Or when this person asks me a question, how do I feel? Because that's how you unlock the issue. This is all shadow work, by the way. And if you want to learn about shadow work, you can go to Amazon. You can buy books on shadow work. Any book on any book that you decide you want to buy. They're workbooks. You just work through it. But we're doing it right now because you're going to write down, this person makes me feel afraid, ineffectual, anxious, angry, disgusted. I mean, how? How do they make you feel? Okay, you write that down. And then you write down, if I said no to this person, how would I feel? Not what's going to happen, because we don't know what's going to happen. We're writing down, how would I feel? Anxious, worried, intimidated, scared. Okay, fine. You're actually getting to the root of the problem, of why you're giving your energy away to this person. I mean, if that same person walked up to you and said, give me $100, would you give them $100? Probably not. So if you can say no to them, no, I'm not giving you $100, then why are we giving them $100 worth of our energy? See what I'm saying? If we can say my energy is worth dollars, all of a sudden we're going to start controlling our energy better. We're going to start counting our energy. We're going to start keeping track of our energy. So when you're doing your inventory of how this person makes you feel, you can add that in there and you can say, okay, if I said no, I would be afraid that this person would retaliate against me. Okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? You really have to play this game, because if you don't write it down, it's big and not true. We make it up so much bigger in our head than it is in reality. Can this person get me fired? No. Okay, then why am I worried? What am I doing here? Why am I giving this person $100 of my energy? Now let's say, yeah, this person can't get me fired. This is my boss. You don't understand, Susan, this is my boss. Believe me, I understand. So here's what I would say. Now you know. Do you know what kind of gift this is, to know all of this about the situation? Because if you didn't take the time to do this inventory of how you felt and how you were being maybe misused or disrespected, you could wake up 5, 10 years later in this job with less energy, with medical issues, with mental health issues. But now you're well on your way to going, wait a minute, this person is treating me unfairly. And if my money is energy and my energy is money, then I'm giving this guy like $500 a day of my precious energy. Now you're going to feel differently about it. And now you're going to say, okay, if this is the case, I'm going to maybe start looking for a new job. And yeah, maybe the job market is crazy right now. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. People still get good jobs in crazy markets. People still buy homes, sell homes, move, have babies, get married. People still live their lives. The key is to do it with the energy and not against the energy. Now, how do you know that? Well, what you do is you quietly get your resume together and you quietly put it out in the universe and you quietly put it out to other companies. with the intention that I am a valuable employee and I deserve better. Now, if you put your resume out with the idea of, I'm desperate, I can't stand it anymore, I don't care where I work, I don't care who pays me, I just need to get out of here. Well, that energy is desperation. And the universe reflects what you send it. So if you do this out of desperation, then you're going to get more desperation. It's the same thing they're saying with energy. So you're giving your energy out to all these people desperately trying to get someone to respect you or to have value. If I work 4 times harder, they'll value me. They'll see that I'm a good employee. They'll see that I'm a good spouse. They'll see that I'm a good mom or dad. It doesn't work like that. That's desperation. Spirit basically gives it right back to you in the form of, give us more. If you really want me to think that you're a good person, give me more of your energy. Isn't that what always happens? Whoever comes to you and says, wow, you worked an extra 30 hours last week for me, so I'm going to give you the whole week off. No, they say, well, we barely got through last week. I'm going to need you to work an extra 30 hours this week. Isn't that what they say? Right? So change your intention to, I am valuable. And I've got lots of videos on raising your vibration in this series. Okay? Raise your vibration. Understand this person is stealing from you, stealing your energy, and your energy is worth money. And I don't think you would put up with that. If your boss or your spouse or your kid went into your bank account and was stealing hundreds and hundreds of dollars, I don't think you would put up with that. For one thing, you'd be broke and then you'd be on the street. Instead, they're stealing your energy. We need to recognize that energy is the same as money. Money is the same as energy. It's all the same vibration. So if you don't have any energy, you probably don't have a lot of money because they tend to drag each other down. When you're feeling good, that's when you meet that person. That's when you get that new job. So focus on feeling better. Focus on pouring energy back into you. And it's not expensive. This is not stuff that costs any money at all. It just requires you to put yourself first. So if you come home from work and you've got all these other things and people to take care of, then that's when you sit down and you say, there's a new sheriff in town, or we need to renegotiate the rules of the house here. I am not going to make dinner except for 2 days a week, and I expect you to make dinner 2 days a week, and then whatever. I'm going to need 2 nights off a week where I'm not responsible for anything. Now, this is going to be challenging because these people are used to you perhaps being a doormat. And you might find that maybe they don't respect you as much as you want them to. But in the end, 2025 and 2026 onward, because I really feel like our vibration on this planet has elevated. And that's why we're having so much trouble right now, because the planet's like, look, I'm going up with or without y'all. You know what I mean? It's up to you. And we're fighting down here because we sense this feeling of survival. We sense this feeling of change, and we don't know how to deal with it. We don't know what it means. So we're just simply, mine. I got mine, you get yours, right? So we are going to be rising in our vibration, helping each other, but also not allowing any one of us to be disrespected or taken from, stolen from. It's all about, I respect you. You respect me. I respect myself. You respect yourself. Think about that energy. Think about it. I respect you. You respect me. I respect myself. You respect yourself. That's beautiful and that's sustainable. But if somebody's doing more, giving more, and somebody's taking more, that's not really sustainable. So start by helping yourself first. Do little things to make yourself feel better. Take a bath, take a longer shower, take a walk. Be in charge of your energy. Take control of your energy the way you take control of your bank account. You know, you could even start, they're saying you could even start every day at the beginning of the day. Say, my energy this morning is an 8 of 10, 10 being my tank is full. Every day, just keep track. It might be very interesting. In the morning, my energy was 8. By lunchtime, it was 5. By the end of work day, it was a 3. And when I got home, it was a 6. You can see where your energy is being drained. And then you can start to think about it. What can I do about this job? Or I went to work, or I went to lunch with a coworker, and man, I was having my energy was 8, and I went to lunch and it was a 5. Well, that pretty much tells you, right, that coworker is draining you. And what you can do in that case is limit your contact with that coworker for your own good, right? So let's say you have a terrible job, and by the time you get home, your energy is a 5, but you put on your sneakers and you go for a walk, and your energy's an 8. So you understand, just like your bank account, that you can ascribe actual numbers to your energy, and you can see when your energy is going out and when your energy is coming in, just like your bank account. Keep track of it for a week or two and just see who's draining your energy and who's bringing your energy higher. What things make you feel better? What things make you feel tired? What things make you feel anxious? These are real tools that you can use to create a much better understanding of your energy, but also a better control of your energy. Okay. Wonderful online community. You want to talk about energy? Wow. Okay. We have over 1,100 people in this group, and it's $12 a month. You can join, you can cancel anytime you want. And we have a political version or space, and we have a spiritual space. We also have wonderful guest speakers that give you classes for free. It's included in your $12 a month. Also, I'm there doing twice a month doing readings or classes with you. So it is a happening place, and it is a safe place. It is a place where you can go on and say, I had a dream, or I'm wondering about becoming a Reiki person. Is there any Reiki healers here? Or has anybody ever heard about this or that? It's completely your community because I own it. Susan Lynn owns this community. It's not Facebook, it's not YouTube, it's completely separate. Therefore, I manage it in a way that is safe for you. We don't have any of these other billionaires involved trying to get your information or anything like that. It's very private, it's very safe, it's very secure. Okay. Other than that, I do have some classes coming up. I think it's on my website, SusanLynnMedium.com. By the way, if you want to join the community, SusanLynnMedium.com. But I have a class coming up with Afefe Tahimba, who is Touched by Tarot on YouTube, and it is on your soul's journey. It's actually a part of 3 classes, and it is coming up next month in April. I think it's $39. We have taught thousands of people, Afefe and I have, and people really enjoy our classes and always come away feeling empowered and with more knowledge than they had when they came. So if you're interested in our classes, please go to SusanLynnMedium.com. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Why not? And leave me your comments. I love to read your comments. I love that we're a community here. So you understand that this is a free community as well. And that's great because we're all in this together and we're all supporting each other. I understand not everybody can afford $12 a month. If it is something that you can afford, I really feel like you get triple the value of that $12. If you can't afford that, I completely understand. This community is an amazing community that we have here on YouTube, and I am planning on a free community. Believe it or not, I am creating another community that will be completely free that you can join. And the idea is that I'm not really sure how safe and secure the online communities are. YouTube is pretty good, but we've seen that anything can change at any moment, right? Nothing is really guaranteed. And that's why I thought I need to just create a private, completely separate community so that people can join, they can feel safe, they can communicate with each other, and they can support each other. So that's what I'm doing. You can find all that at SusanLynnMedium.com. Take really good care of yourselves, and I'll see you again next Wednesday.